I hate everything that merely instructs me without augmenting or directly invigorating my activities. Friedrich Nietzsche quoting Goethe in The Uses and Disadvantages of History for Life. What does it mean to truly master oneself? Imagine a journey where each step forward is a step deeper into your own psyche, a quest not just for success, but for self-discovery and self-creation. Join us as we delve into Friedrich Nietzsche's challenge to become who you are, exploring his revolutionary ideas that promise not just to enlighten, but to transform. This is your invitation to unlock the ultimate mastery of self with Friedrich Nietzsche as your guide. Welcome to Pondering Psyche, where we dive deep into psychology, philosophy, and big ideas that make you go, In this episode, we delve into one of philosophy's most empowering concepts, the journey towards self-mastery. Born in a part of Germany that was once the Kingdom of Prussia in 1844, Friedrich Nietzsche, a philosopher, philologist, and cultural critic, revolutionized our approach to self-awareness with provocative ideas such as the Ubermensch, the will to power, and his profound critiques of traditional values. If we have our own why in life, we shall get along with almost any how. Friedrich Nietzsche, Twilight of the Idols. Nietzsche challenges us to forge our own paths by mastering ourselves rather than being driven by external dictates. His philosophy advocates for radical self-awareness and self-creation, where each individual is tasked with becoming who they truly are, not through superficial changes, but through a deep transformative engagement with their own values and desires. Why should Nietzsche's vision of becoming you matter to you? Because it invites you to seize the reins of your own life, to discard what doesn't serve your authentic self, and to embrace the freedom that comes from true self-ownership. This philosophy encourages us to be active sculptors of our destiny, using our experiences both triumphant and trying to carve out a more intentional and resonant existence. So join us as we delve into how Nietzsche's invitation can ignite a more deliberate and passionate engagement with the life of the most important person in the world, you. The depths of the psyche. Friedrich Nietzsche criticized traditional psychology for its superficial approach, which was constrained by moral prejudices and failed to probe deeply into human consciousness. All psychology so far has got hung up on moral prejudices and fears. It has not dared to descend into the depths. Friedrich Nietzsche, Beyond Good and Evil. Like the founders of psychoanalysis, Sigmund Freud, and analytical psychology, Carl Gustav Jung, Nietzsche famously challenged individuals to confront the deepest layers of their psyche, a journey not without its peril. He likened this to peeling away 70 times 7 skins, each layer revealing more complexity, never fully uncovering the core essence of one's being. The Prussian philosopher's conception of the psyche as multidimensional and intricate follows the view of the ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus. If you went in search of it, you would not find the boundaries of the soul, though you traveled every road, so deep is its measure. Distinguishing his from Jung and Freud's concept of the psyche, Nietzsche gave the psyche a veritable physical form, likening it to a thing dark and veiled, despite Nietzsche's view of psyche as a kind of entity. Other aspects of his conceptual model align intriguingly with Jung's theories of the psyche's tripartite structure. In his model, Jung described the psyche as being composed of 3 layers: the conscious mind, the personal unconscious, and the collective unconscious. Simultaneously, Jung mapped out various psychic constructs like archetypes as well as alchemical and universal symbols shared across humanity's psychological landscape. Nietzsche, on the other hand, focused more on the individual's internal struggle and the personal journey towards self-overcoming, as opposed to Jung's path towards wholeness, otherwise known as the individuation process. Both thinkers proposed a journey of exploration through these psychic depths, but Nietzsche saw his approach to the psyche's abyss as a daunting psychological expedition, shaping one's identity, while Jung's approach sought reconciliation and integration with the unconscious versus opposition with it. I undertook something that not everyone may undertake. I descended into the depths. I bored into the foundation. Friedrich Nietzsche, Dawn of Morning. Navigating the inner realms involves risks, as Nietzsche describes the psychological explorer as one who multiplies the dangers of life, potentially leading to solitude or mental disintegration. Yet for Nietzsche, the dance with danger is essential for those souls capable of enduring such trials who can create harmony from inner chaos, historical and prehistorical drives. The past of every form and way of life, of cultures that formerly lay right next to or on top of each other, now flows into us modern souls. Our drives now run back everywhere. We ourselves are a kind of chaos. Friedrich Nietzsche, Beyond Good and Evil. Nietzsche proposed that the drives and instincts from ancient times are not relics, but active elements that continue to influence modern human behavior. This concept resonates with Jung's theories about the collective unconscious, through which our behaviors are influenced by shared memories and archetypes that date back to the earliest days of human existence. While Nietzsche emphasized the chaos brought forth by these ancestral influences, viewing the individual as a battlefield where historical drives clash, Jung saw these shared memories as a source of psychological insight and healing, providing a roadmap for personal and collective growth. Nietzsche encouraged the brave to explore these depths, to engage with the prehistorical drives that lurk in our psyche, recognizing their potential to propel us towards greater heights or drag us into turmoil. His insights invite us to wrestle with these inner forces, not in fear, but as a means to carve out our distinct identity in the modern world. In contrast, Jung's attitude towards the psyche was far less antagonistic than Nietzsche's, promoting the integration of shadow elements into conscious awareness rather than a direct confrontation against them. Understanding these historical and prehistorical drives, according to Nietzsche, allows us to harness these ancient powers in our modern world, fueling a journey of self-overcoming and self-mastery. Next up, we explore Nietzsche's striking concept of the beast within. But first, Pondering Psyche asks that if you're getting value out of discussions like this, that you please like, subscribe, and share this content with others so we can continue producing explorations of humanity's greatest philosophical, psychological, and intellectual ideas. The beast within. Friedrich Nietzsche's philosophy of becoming you centers around acknowledging and aligning with the instinctual forces or primal animalistic drives that Nietzsche termed the beast within, which forms an essential part of our being. I have discovered for myself that ancient humanity and animality, indeed the entire primal age and past of all sentient beings, continues in me to create, to love, to hate, to infer. Nietzsche's exploration into these primitive layers reveals a complex interplay of creation and destruction. Beneath the surface of civilized demeanor, every human harbors instincts as raw and powerful as those of our ancestors. Nietzsche didn't see these drives as flaws to be suppressed, but as vital aspects of our nature that, when properly harnessed, can infuse our lives with energy. The most short-sighted and pernicious way of thinking wants us to make the great sources of energy, those wild torrents of the soul that often stream forth dangerously and overwhelmingly, dry up altogether instead of taking their power into service and economizing it. Friedrich Nietzsche, The Will to Power. Nietzsche also warned of the dangers these drives pose when left unchecked. The drive to aggression, the lust for power, the impulse for survival. These can lead to destructive outcomes if not understood and integrated. The modern individual, according to Nietzsche, has become detached from these instinctual guides. By losing touch with this divine animal, we risk navigating life's challenges with only our fragile consciousness, often ill-equipped for the task. Nietzsche's insights compel us to recognize and reconcile with our inner beast, not to tame it, but to understand its role and potential. Thus, Nietzsche challenges us not just to face the beast within, but to embrace it, to channel its ancient drives constructively, and to reclaim the depth and power of our inherent primal nature. The organizing idea. The organizing idea that is destined to rule keeps growing deep down. It begins to command. Slowly, it leads us back from the side roads and wrong roads. It prepares single qualities and fitnesses that will one day prove to be indispensable as means towards a whole. One by one, it trains all subservient capacities before giving any hint of the dominant task, goal, aim, or meaning. Friedrich Nietzsche, Ecce Homo. In the swirling chaos of our inner world, Friedrich Nietzsche's concept of the organizing idea can be thought of a kind of master key to harmonize our conflicting impulses and mold them into a coherent whole. Nietzsche saw the human psyche as a complex social structure of the drives and affects akin to a bustling city filled with diverse and competing personalities. Unlike other philosophers who regarded the mind as a singular entity, Nietzsche saw the psyche as if it were a tapestry woven from a myriad of different drives, each vying for dominance. The challenge then is not to suppress these drives, but to integrate them through an organizing idea. This organizing idea emerges not by force of will, but as if it has a will of its own, revealing itself gradually through our life's interactions and experiences. It begins subtly, until it becomes the dominant force guiding our actions and giving purpose to our existence. The most general picture of our essence is an association of drives with constant rivalry and particular alliances with each other. Friedrich Nietzsche, The Will to Power. By fostering this master drive, individuals can direct the disparate elements of their psyche towards a singular, meaningful goal. Nietzsche considered this process of creating oneself the ultimate artistic endeavor, as one would sculpt a statue from raw marble. In this way, the organizing idea offers a route to self-mastery and fulfillment through the alignment of our deepest drives towards a purpose that truly reflects who we are meant to be. As we conclude our introduction to Nietzsche's philosophy of becoming you, remember that this is merely the beginning of a larger exploration into the depths of the psyche. If today's journey into the world of Nietzsche has sparked a flame of curiosity within you, let's keep that flame alive by clicking on this video for a deep dive into Nietzsche's ironic belief that suffering is the secret to deep joy.